I've been doing these videos lately where I try to build an entire house inspired by some kind of weird or wacky object in the game. And maybe it's as simple as like a rug swatch that I forgot existed or an item that I didn't realize we had. One of the first ones was based on that neon green base game toilet swatch, and I tried to make it work and like look normal in a house. And today's plan's a little bit less weird. There's not gonna be any neon green in this video, I promise. Instead, I wanna do an entire build inspired by the globe bar. This is an object that I actually do like a lot. I really like the idea of being able to have sort of a sneaky secret bar in my Sims house. It feels very like fancy, rich library kind of energy, but it's kind of hard for me to use a lot of the time because I don't normally build houses for rich Sims. Well, I mean, my builds are expensive, but like I don't really picture the Sims as being rich people, you know? In my head, they're like normal people who just happen to have like a 200,000 simoleon house. But this is the kind of thing a rich person would have, and that's the energy I want to try to achieve with this build. I'm kind of thinking like high-rise apartment in San Myshuno, lots of wood, dark colors. I am kind of struggling with what apartment to build it in because I don't really want it to be enormous, and I also don't want it to be too modern looking. Like I kind of want it to be in an older looking building, but these are boring. So maybe we build it in here. This is a historical apartment, so I think that might make sense for the vibes we're going for anyway. But historical just means there's a plaque on the wall that we can't delete. Like the reality of that in gameplay is just that there's an annoying object to work around. Where is it in here? Oh yeah, and it's in a really annoying place. Like why is it in that corner? In memory of Sean Walshmanheimer, the landlord has one rule: the historical plaque dedicated to a famous former resident can never be removed or sold. But who is he? Tell me about Sean. I don't think I've ever read that plaque before. I always just complain about them. Okay, well let's delete all these walls. I could delete more stuff at once. I don't want to delete the windows really, so I'm trying to be kind of careful. Oh, there's another one? Walden White. Oh my God. And Wendy White. Oh, I forgot there were so many. That's why I don't build in this apartment, because it's got 3 at least. I think it's only 3. Now this is weird. This blue stuff. Maybe our next one can be about the talking toilet. I'm gonna write that down. Talking toilet house. Okay. Me just like slowly working my way through all the different toilets in the game and building different houses inspired by them. Yeah, we shouldn't do that today because we can't have too many toilet ones close together. We'll start to seem weird if we do that. Okay, let's think. So I hate the front door. That's problem number 1, but it's gonna be okay. I think I'm gonna try to have some kind of like fancy entryway space. We can have a little bathroom right next to it maybe, because this area has no windows, so it's not a terrible place to put that kind of stuff. And maybe there could be like, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe we put a big archway. I might use the one from Cats and Dogs. It's round. What color is that? Okay, maybe I make all the windows black too. I just feel like the dark colors is more the energy we need in this place, and I don't really like the mixture of window colors. It feels weird to me. So, okay, I guess this arch does not come in black though, so just play it a little bit more cool. This one's like a plain rectangle. That might be a safer bet. Okay, hear me out. I might delete some of these windows, all right? This is bad, I know. But what if this was like the library? And this is where we have like wall-to-wall bookshelves. Maybe it could even be bigger. I was gonna try and make an extra bathroom in there, but we don't have to. But we could do like wall-to-wall bookshelves in there. Or, oh wait, maybe it would be nicer if this was the bedroom and we had the library more in like an open living space situation. I really don't know if I want to keep the windows how they are, if I want to completely redo them. You know what I think I will do? And this is so bad, but I think I might like hide those things. Close them off. Close them off. I don't want to see them. Okay, well maybe this could be like the dining room here. We could have the living room facing this way towards the TV. The kitchen could be in this area. I think I'm struggling with the entrance being like this. Maybe that's part of the problem too, because we could just make it more open. It might be nicer if it was more open. Okay, hang on. Maybe this is better. So this could be the library. There could be another bedroom, small bedroom, just right there. Second bathroom, primary bedroom with their huge bathroom. The living room could even have like the TV on this wall. We'll get the dining table over here. Kitchen can be in this area. I think I can see it. I feel like it's kind of hard to explain this stuff as you're just starting it, you know? But trust me, just trust me, okay? We should get that globe bar before we get too far into this so we don't forget. Oh, there's also a globe. We can maybe use that too. Okay, in terms of bookshelves, I'm kind of thinking that it might be fun to use these ones. I don't think they should be all black, but maybe we use these ones from, oh no, the spacing in here is gonna be weird, isn't it? I kind of liked having like fake pillars. Anyway, I like how these have a ladder is what I was trying to say. I think that could work. And the globe bar, honestly, it could just be like in there, in the corner. Like we could get some seats in here. It needs more lights. We could build out some more weird bump out things because those look kind of cool. Is that black, that door? I think so. I guess the only problem is if I wanted the TV to be over here, maybe the TV goes on this wall instead. And then we have like just a regular door on this wall so they can get into their bedroom. That's good. Regular bathroom door, another bathroom door. I hate this. I hate these historical apartments. Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about this. You know what? That might be the way to go. This is Life and Death, but it's like marble and it has the black accent. Can we do like a really large island? Do you think it would be okay if I put it right? Oh my. Does it have to be these back to back? Oh, even if you do it like that, really? I actually never noticed before that it doesn't really like fit together nicely. Well, that I find really annoying actually. Well, what's the best thing to do? Do you think it's better just to have a gap? I so wish you could change the color of the door. I obviously understand that like, you know, you want it to match the doors in the rest of the building, whatever. Like I get that. I just really wish that I could customize it better. Life and Death does have a matching stove and also a matching fridge, so we can use those. There is additionally a matching range hood, but I feel like maybe I want a range hood that hangs from the ceiling. Is that really the black swatch? Oh, I guess. Oh. These are very industrial looking, which I don't know if that's the right move. What if instead of an island? This would really complicate things in terms of us putting this on the gallery, so I probably shouldn't do it. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. What if instead of an island, we put the kitchen way, way, way up high and we have like a staircase on the inside of the house and it's kind of split leveled and fancy like that? I guess there could be like a half wall and we could do more kitchen cabinets this way. I mean, in that scenario, you'd probably want to, I'm just thinking we'd probably want to wrap the whole thing around, right? It's kind of weird, but I also kind of like that it's weird for me. Like it's just different from what I would normally do. And I definitely haven't done something like this before. Does the fridge fit in that corner? Oh, good. Okay, so that means that we could keep this over here. There is a Life and Death sink, so we can get that up this way. It's like a lot of these big columns. They're very chunky. I don't know if that's good or not. I am thinking I might make us, like we could do some kind of custom flooring in the entrance. I feel like that could be pretty cool. And I mean, maybe that continues into the bathroom. I could kind of see that. I love this golden chandelier, so we can put that in the entrance. I still hate the door, but it's okay. We could probably do the same chandelier above the dining table because this will be the dining room right here. Should these turn all the way black instead of having the wood then? What does this look like? Oh, I guess that has like black, gold, and the brown, so maybe that's fine. And do you want the marble? I think it does look good with the marble up there, doesn't it? And we get like a really nice tile behind it. I wish in real life, I feel like they would totally have one of those backsplashes that's like the same as the countertop and it would continue up the wall, but we just can't really do that in The Sims, you know? We don't have the same swatches for that stuff. I think I should have stuck to this being wooden. I'm just thinking that like, I know I'm gonna wanna have some wood paneling, and I think it having access to like a warmer tone will be good. I like this fancier floor too. I mean, maybe that even goes upstairs onto this. Looks bad with the stuff up there. Okay, this is refined living room. This is like literally just a wood panel. That's one of the things that I was kind of envisioning happening on the walls in there. I think possibly the staircase should be black again, now looking at it. I wish that we had like a gray texture almost. Wait a minute. Oh my. Whoa, don't do that. I was gonna say, I wish that we could do like 2 shades of the black instead of the white, because I think the white is kind of stark, but let's come back to that after we have more of the walls up. I do like this black texture behind the, oh, what about that? Is that too, this might be okay. That's like a really solid black, like large format tile, which might look better in the kitchen. Yeah, like here's the thing. This has brown marble. That's no good to me. I don't really want that. There is like a creamy, maybe the marble isn't good. Maybe it should have been more solid. I mean, like what about this tile? It's still dark, but well, no, it doesn't look very good. I guess it comes in solid black. I really like the checkerboard, but do you see what I mean when I say the white is like kind of jarring? I'm trying a sleek bathroom tile instead. I think that looks better. And then I want to try and pull from this. I kind of like the idea of like a deep blue or like a deep green. I'm thinking about like the greens that are in this already. Oh, you see like that color is kind of like a really pretty jewel tone. I wonder if we can make that work. I think it looks kind of bad in the entryway. I don't feel super set on that, but maybe once we have more furniture in here, it'll kind of like come together better. We could also possibly use the stone wall. No, sorry, that was a bad idea. Shouldn't have suggested that. I'm thinking that the modern luxe kit will really, really come in handy for us today. Like this chair, black with the gold accent, perfect. Even like the bed, perfect. This is a little thing, it's just a plant, but same thing, it has like the exact right colors. I love the gold with these black things. Oh, I love this curtain with the gold. That's so cool. Modern Luxe also has, I think, a really beautiful shelf, which this might be a nice thing to have. Maybe that even goes in the entryway. I like how that brings in the black and gold a bit more. Oh, this is cool. Do you think it's okay that these have different color frames? I can't really decide. I'm like kind of trying to get this mix of traditional furniture with really modern furniture. I'm kind of trying to do something like really trendy here. Well, what's that plant from Dine Out? What does that look like in here? I'm thinking about this tall one. I mean, we could probably do it in that blue color. And since we're using Modern Luxe, I could just use the Modern Luxe Light. Same thing, it's gold, but oh, I'm gonna get a different plant. I didn't like that one. We could try this one. That feels kind of fancy. And maybe I raise this light up like 2 tiles or something. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I want to see if I can use this refined living room rug and like put it together twice. I guess I have to alt place this thing a little bit more, but I feel like that's kind of the color scheme that we're using. I'm thinking maybe we do like built-ins underneath the TV, just the kitchen counters again, but we make them look like built-ins underneath the TV. And then I might use the really big TV. These people are fancy, so they need to have a really expensive, ginormous TV. Oh, what about a piano? Oh my goodness, a grand piano might be a really nice touch, like somehow in the middle of this space. That could help break up the dining room and the living room by putting that right there. Only problem is this rug's not like perfectly straight, so you know. They're like lined up perfectly, but the rug has like slightly wavy edges. I think to make it look more real, I guess. I do think that this rug kind of ties it in. I might need to change this part, but I think this helped. And then I was kind of wondering, I'm in like a real sectional sofa kick recently. I'm wondering about using the Dream Home Decorator stuff and getting like a custom sectional in. I guess I just kind of like the idea of like a larger sofa. Should I put it like way in the corner, like off the edge? Well, I guess maybe that's good. Kind of corner sofa vibes. It doesn't have to be directly centered, you know? I always thought this was like so modern and fancy. I don't know if it looks weird with the gold, but I did always think that was cool. I think this sofa is too big. I think it's too far even for us. Maybe it just needs to go more this way. Like if you're gonna do the corner thing, you gotta commit to it more. Yeah, okay, it was like uneven, you know? This is better. Maybe we put the dining table more horizontal. I just feel like it's a little bit tight with this stuff this way, but maybe it's fine. I don't know. And I love these posters, but maybe the ones from Refined Living Room are better because they're a little bit more simple. So we could put those on that wall. I want to see if I can use the Movie Hangout ginormous plant. I almost never thought I'd be saying this, but I kind of wish we had more giant plants like this. I'm like kind of sad that we don't have any other ones because I don't really like that color scheme. And I feel like that having like the red, I don't know if that's good or not. But I guess that might match better. I don't know. As in match the globe bar better. Maybe the globe bar could be like right in the living room, right in the middle. Okay, so here's what I've got so far for the living room. I think that this is a good setup. I think it's a good split of the space. We definitely need some things like some magazines on the table. I also feel like maybe I need to have something in this corner. I just don't know what that would be. Maybe it's as simple as like a bookshelf. This one's kind of like a kid's bookshelf, so maybe not that one. But it could just be like a tall bookshelf. That's cool because there's some stuff like this like bust that has like some fun gold accents. There's little plants that we could do. I'm gonna get some candles on the wall by the TV. Okay, I'm putting like this little bit on the floor to block that off. I'm wondering if we should do like I was gonna say a carpet. Don't really need to, but I don't normally do that. So maybe that would be something interesting and different. Suddenly it's all green. I didn't mean for it to be like that, but maybe this would be kind of interesting and different inside of this room. I mean, I've never used that carpet. And I guess that was kind of supposed to be the inspo for this, was trying to encourage ourselves to use things that we don't normally go for. So in the spirit of the challenge, it probably would be good for us to use this. Oh, we can also use the life and death desk. That's good. And maybe we even get like a really fancy computer. We could use the City Living computer. I got a plant right there. Oh, we could probably do curtains too. I think that would be good. Interesting, very interesting. I think once we have some more clutter, I don't know why I said it like that. Interesting, very interesting. But once we have some more clutter in here, it'll look good. I'm starting to kind of have a better feeling about this. I know we did the tiny globe on that side. Oh, what if they had a fancy phone on their desk? Really ultra modern apartment and then this like really old phone that we put on display. Trying to think about random bits of clutter and also plants that we can put in these. Oh, I wish that I could use this. I mean, I can, I just have to raise it up. It doesn't slot there for who knows what reason. The slots on this thing are kind of weird. Okay, I've got a couple things on this shelf so far. I wish that there was more stuff down here that I didn't have to fill in myself, but I think what I'll do is I'll finish up this room and then I have to stop for today because I have to stream now, and then I'll come back and finish it. I mean, it'll all be in one video. You can tell the video's not done yet, but it will be another day for me when I finish the video. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm gonna actually start today by moving a sim into this lot, just because I feel like it might be easier if we can change the light color and stuff, and we have a lot left to do, so we gotta start locking in. The beginning of a build like this always goes slower though, because a lot of it is like figuring out what the plan is, and then once you have a plan in place, at least for me, it usually goes a little bit faster, but the trial and error of the beginning takes me a long time. Okay, I think I'm gonna make all of the lights a warmer tone. I think it just fits better in this space. There's something about this section that is really just not, it's not working for me. Maybe it needs beams. Like, what if the solution, oh, you can't go there. Would something like this be cool, or would it just look weird? I don't know. I do actually think that kind of has an interesting texture to it. It does look better from in here, and then we can paint the ceiling a different color and stuff. I just don't know if it's weird or not. I mean, I know it is weird, but I'm trying to decide if it's worth doing, I guess. What if there was something in the middle? Probably not there. I feel like it just needs to be in that part, because this is like sort of a fancy central area. There's this item in Animal Crossing. This is so dumb, but this, I want this. I wish that I could use that in The Sims. I mean, it's like a hanging wall plant, but it's a little bit smaller. I want to put something like that right here. We have something sort of similar from Lovestruck, but I sort of want it to be wider and not have the plant go down as far, because I feel like putting that all the way up there actually looks a little bit weird, right? We could potentially use this still somewhere else. What about some kind of like fancy light above the door, just so that there's something else on that wall? I forgot that Life and Death has a desk chair and it matches perfectly. Like, we should have used that the whole time. We can also maybe put this. This is like a little bench, but it has some more gold. I feel like I need something else in here, and I just don't know what it is. Would it be better to have like more? Like if we split it up even more into a smaller hallway? We also need to, I think, scoot the rug in just a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like this is really weird and I'm like going too far. I'm just trying to do something interesting, and I don't know if I should be doing anything interesting, you know? Now, how on earth are we gonna put this on the gallery? It's got so many different rooms. Okay, I tried it like this. I like changed up the shape of the tiles so they're a little bit further back. I think we need to get some stuff in the kitchen too, because it pretty badly needs something to break up all this black. I don't even know if there's a dishwasher. Oh, there is. I was gonna be like, there's not a dishwasher that matches. There literally is one. It's right there. I've never really been a huge black and gold person, so sorry, I kind of forgot that it came in that color. I do think we need to be a little bit careful about how much clutter I'm putting in, because I don't want to overdo it. There is some good stuff, like this kettle is black and gold. That's perfect. We could maybe use the blender and have it over there. That's kind of fancy. Can I put some cakes on display? It's kind of nice, the idea of walking into the house and you just see cake. I feel like a lot of the kitchen clutter kit stuff, like, you don't really want clutter, you know? So I'm kind of struggling a little bit with that, because I want it to be like really fancy, and these don't feel like the kind of people that would have stuff out on the counter. So I'm trying to keep it subtle. Here's some knives. I think that could be good too. So there's a few things, but most of the counter space is open. I think that this rug actually might be good for this. Oh, please don't jump up to that height. No. I really would like for you to not do that. Seriously, just like ever so slightly angled chairs. I think that the angled chairs with the gold could be good. Would it have been better to not have the flooring there? Honestly, in hindsight, probably. Okay, so here's like top-down overview of all that public space. I think this looks pretty cool. Okay, now I'm kind of going through some more of that sleek bathroom kit stuff. I think that this bathroom, can I do it like this? Or is this way too weird? No, that's not gonna work. Let me like rethink this real quick. I think it needs to be black. That seems good to me as the first bathroom. I'll probably do the same thing in this bathroom, but this one's just gonna be a lot bigger. Oh, I forgot about this olive tree. We could have been using that thing. Should I put it somewhere else? Me like, wait, I could put more plants. Well, it doesn't really fit anywhere. I guess it could go, maybe it goes in the bedroom. I don't know. You know what I just realized? I didn't put a mirror in the bathroom. That could have been nice to have. I think my favorite mirror in the game, I love this arched one from Businesses and Hobbies, so I think I might try that. I think that's good as the bathroom. All right, it's just the 2 bedrooms left then. Okay, bedroom, gonna be kind of annoying. I think I'm gonna try this with the dark color. I don't know if I want to use these golden nightstands or not, so we'll have to think about that. I do like the stone accent on the wall. I'm gonna try my best to see if we can incorporate this plaque, because I think we need to use it at least once properly, right? See, this isn't gonna work for me. I don't like how, oh, this will be fine. Actually, okay, that wall is okay to be solid wood. I just didn't like how the panels need to be centered, you know? Maybe it doesn't have to be green, but if we figure out a rug, we can base everything else around that. Oh, we could just do brown. I don't know. Is there like a mural style wallpaper that might look good in here? Honestly, that very much has the right vibes. That might be perfect. We just do black on the other wall, because this rug comes in like a green color. It could be cool. I don't think I like these with the gold accents anymore though. Okay, I got 2 nightstands. I think we want to put maybe like a vanity table somewhere. Oh, the other thing that I was thinking about trying to add in, and then I completely got distracted and didn't finish doing, is I kind of want to have a record player. Unfortunately, I think Don Lothario's is probably the good one to use, but I'm not sure where is best to put it because the living room is so full. I guess it could go behind the sofa, but that's like kind of busy. Maybe we put that over here instead of the, it's just so tiny, you know? But I don't really mind that. I just think it's nice to have music because this is kind of an entertaining space. Like you could have parties in here. So I'm gonna want to have music somewhere. And I don't like putting music in the bedrooms because it's so annoying how it wakes them up. And like, I don't really have plans to play in this house right now, you know? Like this is kind of for a pretend sim in my mind, but like I don't exactly have a sim in mind who's gonna live here, but I can't get over it. Like I can't ever put music in a bedroom because it's so frustrating how you'll have sims asleep and then like randomly their brother will walk into their bedroom and start dancing at 3 a.m. because for some reason they love to autonomously turn radios on. So I try to avoid that at all costs. I'm like actively trying to prevent them from doing it. You know what I haven't really used much of are these acrylic shelves. Maybe we try that in here too. I also haven't really used the Coach stuff yet. We could possibly put the purse somewhere. It does have like the black and gold color scheme. I don't really like using brand collab stuff, but it fits. It does work nicely in here. I think we need a big full-length mirror somewhere because that feels kind of fancy. I love to put these like little poofs in if we can. Okay, suddenly I'm kind of wondering about this big thing from Refined Living Room just in the corner there because I think that looks kind of nice. Oh, okay, this is bad. This is really bad. But listen. The windows are already like this a little bit. I'm wondering, can we make it into like a corner window? This room is going to become a kid's room. Oh, please. This stuff does not want to work. I guess it doesn't need to be like a kid's room. It's going to be a room for a child or like a guest or something like that. I never put, hold on. I just realized I didn't put lamps on the nightstand. I was thinking about using these because they have the gold with the wooden base. That's cool. Okay, well here's that room complete then. At least I think. Let me change all the light colors again. Should we put the bed in the corner? I was wondering about, oh, wrong color. I was wondering about this bed because I feel like that kind of has a similar energy to the rest of the house. I know that like, you know, brown, green, and black is like, maybe it seems like a sort of boring color scheme, but I actually don't think it is. I think it looks kind of cool and it is a little bit different for me, which is also fun. I think I'll use, no. The rainbow's no good. I don't think I want it to have rainbow accents. I'll just use a regular one. Regular extra computer. They can get a desk chair. What about, there's some kind of cool wall shelf stuff from Eco Lifestyle. I was kind of wondering about something like this. That might be an interesting touch. I think we can definitely use that Modern Luxe painting that I wanted, or maybe even 2 of them. I kind of wanted to have these paintings on the other side of the wall in the dining room, but then I went for something a little bit bigger. But we could definitely use those in here because that's like the exact right color scheme. I'm kind of trying to figure out what else they would have. Maybe they could have a keyboard. The keyboards are also kind of annoying to have in bedrooms because similar to the radio, they just play this thing, but it's okay because it, you know, it makes sense and it's cool. This is very teens room coded. Oh, and this is fun. The mirror that has pictures on it, that also helps it feel like a teens room. And then I guess just more shelves. Not to put more shelves in here, but I think like having some more bookshelves could be nice. And like some poofs or something. Is that the last bit of furniture? You know what we don't have anywhere is a trash can, but that's okay. I don't always put trash cans inside my apartments because these are the trash chutes right here, this thing. That's like an outdoor trash can. It's almost easier for me in apartments to make my Sims use that instead of having them have an indoor trash can they have to keep emptying into it, because at least this way I can drag my own plates into it. And it's really not that far away. Like it would be fine to not have one. I probably should get a thermostat though. That could possibly go on this wall. And then it might also be nice for us to have a burglar alarm too, because this feels like a prime target for robbing banks. But otherwise, I think that might be it. This is definitely very different from what I normally build. I feel like we tried a few new things too, like with the beams and the pillars and the color scheme. I used some stuff like this carpet from Dine Out that I never use. And I also feel like it does kind of have this energy. I think maybe the green on this is a little bit It's kind of giving like lime green, which I did not do, but I was more going for like this part. I was looking at like this side of the globe, and I think that we did it. I think that we made a house that is the color scheme of the globe, and I'm glad that we did. This has been a cool one for me to try. I'm gonna save, and then we have to try and figure out how to put it on the gallery because I don't know how this is gonna go. We basically need to try and trick the game into thinking the whole place is only one floor, which does mean I need to lower this back down and not have it on a platform, unfortunately. So you can kind of see what I'm doing right now. I'm like deleting walls in those little corners, and then I'm placing them back in a weird way by moving a wall into it instead of drawing one, because now the game thinks this is all one room. You can see how this is a separate room, but these ones aren't because I fixed them already. It's a little bit weird to have to do this, but it's the only way to upload it to the gallery and have it upload the whole place. Oh geez, we need to move all of these too. It really is okay to have the kitchen not raised up. I kind of preferred how it looked when it was up on a platform. I guess I just think the split level is a really nice touch, but what are we missing? I gotta do this room now. So you see how I'm just moving the wall into it and then I have to repaint it afterward? Now it's all one room. Okay, I think I got it. I'm looking at it now. It's all one space. So I think we're okay. Oh my gosh, hold on. I almost forgot the half wall. There, that's better. Should I make it? Well, maybe it could be a little bit taller and then we could have like a hint of backsplash. So if I were you, I think I would probably put the kitchen back up on a platform if I was gonna play in this place, but you don't have to do that. I don't know how many people actually download these things. When you're looking for it on the gallery, you have to look for it as a room, not a lot. I'm gonna call it the Moody Modern Apartment. And this one is to be placed on 122 Hakim House in San Myshuno. Obviously it's only gonna fit on this specific apartment because it's built for this one. I also try to put hashtags as the lot name, like default lot name, to hopefully make it a little bit easier to find, because I know the gallery is so hard to work with, especially nowadays. But this way, hopefully if you're watching this like in the distant future, it'll still be relatively easy to find on my gallery. But you know, the thing doesn't load. I can't even find my own old builds sometimes because it just doesn't, they don't show up properly. The gallery is so laggy and weird. But I'm gonna put it up now so that you can download it if you want to. And then I think with that, I'll probably end this video right here. I hope that you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun doing this. If you've got any ideas for other items that we should try to build inspired by, or like items that we should try to use in a build that I haven't done much of recently, let me know. It could be anything. I mean, it could be something as cool as the globe bar or as weird as the green toilet. I was kind of thinking about these punch fountains, the beverage fountain items, because I never use those. Maybe we could try to build some kind of community lot that has them. I don't know, but it could also just be like a picture on the wall or something. But let me know in the comments. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay? Bye, everybody. You know, I can't decide if I hate those beams. I'm still looking at them and I'm like, I don't know about that. It kind of looks like eyeballs because of the squares. So I don't know. I'm glad I tried it though.